Okay, let's be honest. You've probably already yawned today, right? We all do it. But what if I told you that simple, kind of automatic reflex has nothing to do with being tired or bored? What if everything you thought you knew about yawning is just plain wrong?
I mean, we all know the classic reasons, don't we? You're sleepy, you're bored out of your mind, or maybe your body needs more oxygen. And yeah, that seems to make sense, but it turns out the real story is so much weirder and way more interesting.
Yeah, scientists have really been digging into this, and what they're finding is, well, it's fascinating. Those classic ideas, turns out they just don't hold up under pressure. The real reason we yawn has almost nothing to do with our lungs. It's all about that supercomputer sitting inside your skull, your brain.
All right, so before we dive into the cool new science, we gotta clear the air. We need to tackle the biggest myth of them all. Let's officially put that old, famous theory about yawning to bed once and for all.
So here it is, the big showdown, the old theory versus the new one. For like decades, everyone thought it was simple. We yawn to suck in more oxygen. But modern research, the stuff with actual evidence, points to something totally different. Brain cooling. Yeah, you heard me. Think of a yawn as your brain's own personal air conditioner kicking into gear.
And believe me, scientists really put this to the test. They ran these experiments where they had people breathe pure oxygen. And you know what happened? Nothing. People yawned just as much. So they tried the opposite. They cranked up the carbon dioxide. And still, no change in yawning. The conclusion was pretty obvious. That whole oxygen theory was officially busted.
Okay, so if it's not about oxygen, then what's going on? Well, this is where it gets really cool. No pun intended. Our brain is an absolute powerhouse, right? And just like the processor in your computer, it generates a ton of heat while it's working. And for it to work at its best, it has to stay at just the right temperature.
This leads us to the main scientific idea today. It's called the brain cooling hypothesis. See, when your brain gets even a little too warm, its performance just tanks. Your thinking slows down, your memory gets all fuzzy, you just don't feel sharp. So a yawn is basically your body's automatic, built-in safety feature to vent that extra heat and keep you on your game.
So how does this actually work? It's a pretty brilliant process, really. First, when you take that huge, deep breath, you're pulling in a big gulp of cooler air from the outside. But here's the magic part. At the exact same time, that massive stretch of your jaw muscles forces a huge surge of blood to your head. It's like a radiator system. It flushes the warm blood away from your brain and lets the cooler blood cycle in. It's an incredibly efficient, totally natural cooling system.
And you know what? This idea perfectly explains when we yawn. Just think about it for a second. When do you yawn the most? When you're waking up, when you're falling asleep, even when you're just starting to get bored. These are all moments when your brain is switching gears, right? It's in transition. And during those shifts, its temperature can fluctuate. So a yawn is just your body's way of hitting a little reset button, stabilizing that temperature to keep you alert and help you handle that change.
But wait, that's only half the story. Yawning isn't just some personal thermostat. It's also this incredibly powerful social thing. And I'm willing to bet you felt its weird, mysterious power at some point today, maybe even right now.
This is the part that honestly feels like a glitch in the Matrix. Why on earth is yawning contagious? Why does just seeing someone else yawn, heck, even just reading about it, make you want to yawn too? It's so strange. And the answer, believe it or not, comes down to one of the most human things about us: empathy.
Okay, so this is where we need to talk about something called mirror neurons. These things are amazing. They're these special brain cells that are basically the hardware for empathy. They light up not just when you do something, but also when you watch someone else do the exact same thing. So when you see a yawn, a part of your brain literally simulates the feeling of yawning. It's not just watching, it's like a little subconscious high five, a moment of connection. And the science on this is just so cool. For one thing, you are way more likely to catch a yawn from a close friend or family member than from a total stranger. It's also less common in really young kids because their little empathy circuits are still under construction. And get this, it's not just a human thing. Social animals like dogs and chimpanzees, they catch yawns from each other too. This suggests it's a really ancient tool for group bonding, a way to get the whole pack on the same page, alert and ready to go.
So let's just zoom out for a second and appreciate how deep this all goes. This isn't just some weird human quirk. Yawning is a truly universal reflex.
I mean, everybody does it. Humans do it, even babies in the womb. Your dog does it, your cat does it, birds do it, reptiles do it, primates do it. It's an ancient, shared behavior that cuts across the entire animal kingdom. And whenever you see something that's that widespread in biology, it's a massive clue that it's doing something really, really important. So important that evolution has kept it around for millions of years.
So let's just recap the whole thing. A simple yawn is actually a masterpiece of biological efficiency. First, it's a physical tool to cool down your brain. Second, it's a neurological tool to help keep you alert when you're shifting gears. And third, it's a social tool to build connection and empathy with the people and animals around you.
So from now on, the next time you feel that deep, unstoppable urge to yawn, don't fight it. And definitely don't apologize for it. It doesn't mean you're bored or rude. It's a sign that your incredible brain is taking care of business, keeping itself cool, keeping you sharp, and keeping you connected to the world. Yawning isn't lazy. It's actually one of the smartest things your body does, all on its own.